Welcome, dear friends, to today's exploration of Isaiah 5, verses 1 to 7, the Song of the Vineyard. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support our efforts to bring Isaiah's message to the modern world. This chapter uses the metaphor of a carefully tended vineyard to represent God's relationship with Israel. Despite divine care, planting on fertile soil, clearing stones, and building a watchtower, the vineyard yields only bad fruit, symbolizing Israel's moral and spiritual failure. This disappointment leads to destruction and neglect, with protections removed and the vineyard becoming a wasteland. The allegory ends with the realization that the vineyard, representing Israel, failed to produce the expected justice and righteousness, instead resulting in bloodshed and distress, highlighting the consequences of failing to live up to divine expectations. Please consider our poetic exploration of these themes. On a fertile hillside, rich and wide, where the stones were cleared and cast aside, planted with vines, the choicest breed. In this perfect soil they'd surely succeed. The hillside fertile, soil so kind, supports the vines in peaceful bind. Cleared of stones, a land refined for choicest vines, a dream designed. With care, the ground was tilled and bare, a watchtower rose to guard the air. A winepress cut to press the wine, every step to make this vineyard shine. The stones were moved, the ground was clear, a watchtower built to stand near. The winepress ready, so sincere, prepared for grapes that would endear. For grapes, the finest, sweet and fair, efforts poured with utmost care, anticipation of a fruitful yield, a bounty from this vineyard field. Good grapes to come, the goal aligned, from efforts poured, results refined. A fruitful yield, the harvest signed, from careful hands with hearts combined. Yet only bad fruit did it bear, a harvest failed despite the care. Expectations turned to dust, discrepancy between effort and trust. Bad fruit grown where good was sought, failed expectations, lessons taught. Effort and result, misalignment caught. In this vineyard, dreams were fraught. Let Jerusalem judge, they said, reflect on efforts, tears now shed. Was fairness met in this failed yield, or justice lost in this field? Judgment calls on failed attempts, reflection on the efforts spent. Fairness questioned, no exempt in judgment, thoughts are pent. What more could I have done, he cried, with care and love he did provide. Exhaustive efforts, questioned still, why did this vineyard not fulfill? What more could I? The question paired with adequacy of care, compared. Efforts highlighted, deeply shared in this question, despair bared. The hedge removed, the wall fell down, the vineyard trampled by the town. Protection lost, its fate now sealed, destruction in the open field. Without the hedge, the wall did break, trampling feet, a harsh mistake. Protection gone, the ground would quake, destruction's toll, the vineyard's ache. A wasteland now, no care to see, pruned nor cultivated, left to be. Briars and thorns now take their place, in neglect the vineyard's grace. Neglect breeds thorns in barren land, unpruned, uncultivated, none to stand. Briars grow where care was planned, a wasteland formed by neglect's hand. No rain would fall upon this ground, withheld nourishment, silence profound. Barrenness enforced by skies so clear, in divine command the end was near. No rain to nourish, clouds withheld, barrenness where life once dwelled. Nourishment gone as tears compelled, divine command, fate dispelled. This vineyard is the Lord's own land, Israel, the nation by his hand. Judah's people, the vines he grew, in this parable the truth we knew. The Lord's vineyard, Israel named, Judah's vines in history framed. In this story, truth proclaimed, identity of a nation famed. Justice sought where grapes should be, righteousness and harmony. In the vineyard, a hopeful sight, societal balance in the light. Justice, righteousness intertwined, harmony in hearts and minds. Expectation, justice signed, in this vineyard, truth aligned. But bloodshed marked where peace should reign, cries of distress in justice's name. Corruption's presence stark and cold, injustice in the vineyard's hold. Bloodshed denies justice's claim, distress from cries, a haunting name. Corruption roots in unjust fame, in this vineyard, sorrow's flame.